Hi, how's it going? Welcome to an album review. Now, this time I'm going to be reviewing Killswitch Engage's new album, Atonement. This was definitely one of my most anticipated albums of this year, so I'm definitely glad it's out now. So, yeah, I won't be going over every single song, but if there is a song that you would like to know my thoughts on, you can, of course, just let me know about that down in the comments. And yeah, Killswitch Engage is a band that I've been a fan of since 2016, so yeah, I know um, I'm a little later to the party because I know Killswitch Engage is a band that a lot of people say is one of their first metalcore bands, but surprisingly, they were not one of my first. I just, for some reason, couldn't get into them till after, but yeah, I got into them in 2016 around when their last album, what's it called? Incarnate, when Incarnate came out. So yeah, that's when I became a fan. And yeah, and I was definitely excited for what they had to offer next. So yeah, with this new album Atonement, I gotta say right off the bat, it's great. It's just a really great album. It's hands down one of the best albums of this year. Um, so yeah, the first single, which is also the first track on the album, Unleashed, definitely a great song. It pretty much it pretty much lets you know what you were in for the album. It's got the aggression, the melody, and just all that good stuff. So yeah, and then Signal Fire. This is a song that's actually featuring Howard Jones, who was another vocalist of Killswitch Engage for a little bit. And yeah, this is actually a really good song too, I think. Possibly one of my favorites on the album. And I like where it's placed on the track listing. I like the vocal delivery from Howard Jones, of course, and yeah, it's a pretty great track. And then Us Against the World. I think this song does a good job of balancing the melody and the aggression. It is a fairly straightforward song, but I like it. It is very good. Now, if you're into Killswitch Engage's heavier side, I would definitely recommend songs like Crownless King and Bite the Hand That Feeds, because these are some of the most aggressive songs on the album. These are some pretty heavy tracks on this album. So, yeah, if you're into Killswitch Engage's heavier side, these tracks will do something for you. Um, Everything from the harsh vocals to the hard hitting riffs. I mean, it's got a lot of these songs have a lot of great things going for them. Now, if you are a fan of Killswitch Engage's more melodic side, I would definitely recommend tracks like I Am Broken Too, and I Can't Be the Only One. Now, these are some of the most melodic songs on the album, and yeah, they're now these two tracks are not some of my favorites. I do prefer, Killswitch Engage's more, just traditionally their heavier side. The balancing of the melody and the aggression. Um, but these songs are still very good. Especially I Can't Be the Only One. I Am Broken Too. Now, when this came out as a single, I thought it was a good song, but it's definitely not one of my favorites on the album as we've listened to the entire album. And some of the more iffy tracks for me would have to be Take Control. Now, this is a good song. It is definitely for sure. One thing I do like about this song is that this sounds like a song that I would have been into back in my early days of when I was into metalcore, back when I was into bands like The Devil Wears Prada and We Came as Romans real heavily. So, yeah, it kind of sounds like a song I would have been into back in those days. I think mainly because of the way the melody is in that song. But yeah, it is a good song nonetheless. So yeah, if I were to pick out some favorites, they would have to be The Signal Fire, Us Against the World, The Revenist, and Bite the Hand That Feeds. Yeah, those are by far my favorite tracks on this album. Um, and yeah, this is a great album, guys. Now, how does this album hold up compared to the past work, such as Incarnate and Disarm the Descent? I would say that maybe this could possibly be one of Killswitch Engage's best albums. I don't know. Is it better than Incarnate? Um, I know some people were saying it is, but I personally don't know if I would go that far yet. Um, Now this is just, of course, my initial reaction too. So, but I think it is a really great album, though. I probably do like it just as much as Incarnate by far. But yeah, Atonement, it's a great album, guys. If I were to give it a score, I'll go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, it's that great of an album. Definitely check it out if you haven't listened to it already. If you like metalcore, you definitely need to check this out. I would also like to recommend this album if you are a fan of bands like As I Lay Dying, Demon Hunter, um, and many other metalcore bands. So yeah, definitely check out the new Killswitch Engage album, Atonement. It's actually really great. And of course, if you're a Killswitch Engage fan, you haven't listened to this album yet, definitely do so. So let me know what you guys think of Killswitch Engage's new album, Atonement. I think it's great. And I can't wait to get my copy in the mail. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Take care.